Hi everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. I am Nicole. I'm so grateful and humbled to have you here with me today. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. I love you all so much. Thank you for your continued love, support, encouragement, comments, likes, subscribing. I'm so blessed and grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for you all. I'm so grateful to be here to help you on your journey. This is healing for you. It's healing for me. I'm so grateful we can work together on this process of becoming our best selves and really helping humanity push forward and move forward in a beautiful new direction. So today we have a pick a card, and today's pick a card will be about, these are messages from your future self. So this is not your higher self, but this is your future self. So this could be your future self 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now, 1 year from now, whatever. All the messages will be coming together, to give you this reading today so you can know what your future self wants you to know about what you need to do right now to help to prepare you for your future, and the steps that you need to take right now, the healing that you need to do, the advice, the guidance that your future self wants to come in and to provide for you so you can know how to move forward, to continue to become your best version and to continue to manifest and unravel to your highest potential, to be able to unlock yourself even further on your journey. Okay, so 3 piles here. The first pile, pile 1. The message is Hubba, Hubba. So that's for pile 1. Pile 2, you glow, we beam. Thanks. Okay, and now we have pile 3. Give yourself much more credit. Right, so these are messages from whatever. If you're called to go to all 3, go ahead, feel free to do so. Okay, but the timestamps will be linked below. You go to whichever one you feel, the message that you feel called to listen to. Okay, you use your intuition. And again, if it's 2 piles, 1 pile, all 3, maybe messages for you in all 3 piles. So you go wherever your intuition takes you. Before we get into your reading, timestamps will be linked below, but I just want to say that I'm actually going to be doing a pop-up. I don't know if you want to call it pop-up. I don't know. But I'm going to be at a beautiful store, Kaleidoscope Collective. It's in LA. It's in, I guess that's like the Echo Park area, I believe. And so I'm going to be in that area on Saturday, November 6th, providing services. I'm going to be providing 15-minute readings. These readings are going to be very brief. Okay, it's just kind of just like a quick introduction. I mean, I handle a lot in 15 minutes. I don't want you to think that this is just like some cheap shot, one and done, one question, and I'm just kind of giving you a little bit. No, I handle a lot in 15 minutes. In fact, I can give you a pretty thorough reading in 15 minutes. But this is just going to be for me to just give a quick 15-minute reading to just kind of centered around topics like past life, healing, what do you need to know now to move forward in your journey, what are the steps that you need to take, getting that channel guidance for you so you can, again, that personalized information for you, not how we do here we do general collective readings. This will be more personalized for you because I'm going to channel straight from the divine and your team the guidance that you need to move forward in your journey. So I will be at the store. I will list the details below, the information. If you would like to book with me, you could actually book. If you cannot make it, you could book through Zoom, and I will see you on Zoom. But if you can, please come. Please come to the store. Like I said, I will list the details below. You could just come on in. If you just want to say hi, if you don't want to do a reading, but you just want to say hi and just say, hey, Nicole, what's up? I just wanted to say hi and check the store out. They sell beautiful merchandise, a lot of spiritual art type things. They sell jewelry, they sell art, they sell so many different things. Like I said, I'm going to list the information below if you just want to check out the website and everything else. So just visit the store on your own time. It's a beautiful store. It's owned by women. Women own this. Beautiful women, beautiful team over there. So just check them out. Kaleidoscope Collective. Information will be in the description box below. So we're going to get into this reading. Timestamps will be linked below. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the Capital LOVE Tribe. Thank you all so much. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Welcome to the new subscribers. Okay, let's get into this, Pile 1. So, Hubba Hubba. Okay, so your future self. I'm getting this. First of all, I feel like your future self is coming through trying to tell you that. For me, this is more of a vague message card. First of all, these message cards were randomly pulled for each pile. And to me, this is more, pile 1 had more of a vague message versus the other two. And so I'm getting this energy of like surprises. But it's like, you know how when people say like hubba hubba, you know, it's like, you know, like it's delicious, you know, like it's a delicious energy. You know, Abraham Hicks says that all the time. And when she says it, it's like that energy that you could just taste, you could feel. It's very sensory. It's a very sensory, sensual, delicious, tangible. Some things are grounding here. I feel like some dreams are getting realized. Some goals will be getting realized. I feel like it's going to be a lot of surprises, a lot of fun, mystery. I'm getting mystery. I'm getting surprises. I'm definitely getting a lot of mystery because, look, we have the clouds here. And we have all these different colors. And, you know, these colors, like with the blue and the green, you know, this is that throat chakra. This is that third eye energy as well. So you may be getting upgrades with those two chakras. These two chakras may be very essential to you moving forward. Your future self is trying to let you know that. And I'm also getting this energy of like dream big because, like I said, with these clouds here, it's almost like keep dreaming bigger. You know, the sky is the limit. Do not limit yourself. Do not cap yourself. Do not put restrictions. Don't restrain yourself. But I'm getting this energy of mystery and surprises. Let me read this. You know that dreamy look of deep, soulful love you've sometimes seen in the eyes of another as they gazed into your own. Expect a lot more of this. Woohoo, the universe. Okay, so this is also saying for some of you, this could be love. This could be a romantic love that your future self is saying is coming through. Okay. So I am getting that, you know, after reading that, I am getting that as well, Power. Okay, let's get into your reading. Let's go. Your future self. What does your future self want you to know? Power 1, please. What does Power 1's future self want them to know? Power 1. I feel like you've been really tired, Power 1. You know, like you may have been really tired, really weary. You may have been really waiting for some more movement in your journey, some more clarity, some things to just really ground and happen. I do feel like, again, you are a big dreamer. Like you have a lot of goals, you have a lot of dreams, and you've just been patiently waiting for these things to happen. But I do get this, you know, I am getting this energy of you are doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of work around yourself. You're doing a lot of unlocking. You know, you're unlocking your potential. You're unlocking it's like self-realization. You're realizing how powerful you really are, how talented you are, how gifted you are, and you're unlocking a lot of those facets of yourself by stripping away the limits, stripping away like the limiting beliefs, stripping away like the things that you've been taught, It's almost like you are getting this education on how to unlearn everything that you've learned. You're like unlearning all those old patterns. You're seeing that those things didn't serve you and they don't serve you moving forward. Okay, let's get to this. Okay, so we have the Magician in reverse. And then these cards fell out. We have Queen of Swords. Six of Wands. And by the way, it's raining today here in LA, and I'm so happy and grateful. Oh my God. Just to see some rain, I'm just so grateful. Oh, okay, we have Twin Flame. This one fell out. Okay, and this is in reverse. I didn't even know this card was in this pile. Wow. Let me show it to you upright. Okay, so see, that may be the love that was coming through for some of you. This could be a twin flame connection that you're in. You could be in separation. That's why that came out in reverse. Okay, let's get some more messages. Hold on, please. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We have Nine of Wands in reverse. Wow, these cards are jumping. All right, let's get a couple more. Knight of Wands. Okay, three more came out. Wow. Two of Pentacles. And then we have King of Pentacles. And we have Ace of Wands. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck. We have Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let's make sure you can see this. Okay, pile one. All right, let's get into it. Your future self. Your future self wants you to know, first of all, that you're going to be very wealthy. That's coming through pretty strongly. I feel like, and notice I said wealthy and not rich. Okay? So I feel like that was like with these two cards popping up last, and they, they just kind of fell out. Your higher, not your higher, well, your higher self, maybe that is a part of this too, but this is your future self. Your future self is telling you, you will not have to worry about money. If you're worried about money right now, stop worrying. Your future self is saying, stop worrying about money. You are always going to be good. And I just saw 44. You are always going to be good. And 44, that is also, when you reduce that, that goes to 1111. And that's aligning with the twin flame. Okay, I'm going to come back to the twin flame in a second. But let's continue right here. You are going to be wealthy. Again, this is a general reading, so that's going to look different for everyone. But for many of you, you're going to be very successful. You're shifting into a new chapter. You're shifting into a new cycle. Many of you have been in a tough cycle, okay? It's been very difficult. It's been very challenging. And, I'm saying this because I'm also closing out a very tough cycle in my life as well. And I feel like it's like a collective energy for many people, not everyone, but I feel like, especially with seeing this 10 here, you're closing it out. Some of you may be just embarking on your new cycle. I feel like some of you are at 9, the number 9, because we have the 9 of Wands here as well. And then we have the number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Many of you are like at 10, completing it. Like you're literally, if you think about it, if you want to compare this to like when you were in school, you're literally wrapping up. You're like getting ready to go in for your final exam. Okay? You're literally getting all of your notes together. You're getting all these lessons, all these notes, everything together for one final exam. And I don't want this to sound incredibly daunting or just like like this is going to be so challenging. Like, how am I going to do this? What's this final exam? I don't want you sitting on pins and needles. I want to say this to you. Your future self is coming through saying it's not going to be as hard as you think. The hardest part is really over. You've really done everything. For some of you, it's literally going to be you forgiving yourself is going to be a part of that final exam. Forgiveness of self. And it's also going to be forgiving the other people and really just letting it go. Letting the cycle close with dignity. Yeah, it's been hard. Yeah, it's been challenging. Yeah, it's been some really difficult moments. Yeah, it's been some sleepless nights, some crying, some anger, frustration, some guilt, some shame. I'm feeling all that energy. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention to what my hand was doing because I'm over here channeling. But yeah, it's been difficult, but you're at the end of it. So it may just be you really just forgiving yourself, reflecting on everything and moving, saying, okay, this cycle is over. It's done. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to the Ace of Wands, because this Ace of Wands is here saying the new beginning is here. And the new beginning is hot and it's fiery and it's passionate and it's going to be exciting. Many of you, I feel like you've been going through, you may have been in this place again of doing a lot of healing work, doing a lot of work around yourself. So you really haven't been having fun. You haven't been doing things that, you haven't really had a chance to really enjoy life. And I feel like this is what you're embarking upon. You're embarking upon enjoying life and enjoying life in a new tax bracket for many of you, a new social standing, you're going to be celebrating. The celebration is going to look a lot different than what it was looking like before. Celebrations before for you may have been, a night out with friends, hanging out, having a good time. So let's just say, for example, let's just say if a night out, it's like a nice dinner, going out, having drinks, that was like a celebration. The celebration in the new cycle is going to be like you calling your friends up, like, yeah, clear everything for the weekend. I paid for all of us to go to this resort. We're going to go celebrate out of the country. That may be what the new celebration is looking like in this new cycle. And your future self is saying that, yeah, these things are already happening in another timeline. You just finished doing the work down there so you can align yourself to these new timelines. Because victory, Six of Wands is here. That's that victory. And many of you are going to be well known. You're going to be well known for the type of things that you're doing, for the collective, the type of things you're doing in your career, the type of movements that you're making, the type of wisdom that you're sharing, the type of work that you're doing. You're going to be recognized and you're going to have that victory. And again, so your future self, I want to say this, your future self is coming through saying, though, to keep things in perspective, even with if you are trying to be on a public platform and you're going to have a level of fame and things like that, don't keep things in perspective, okay? Always stay grounded, be very confident, because you're going to have to be confident to move forward in this next cycle that you're moving into. You're going to have to be confident. And you are the magician. You're going to be coming out of being blocked. For many of you, you were manifesting from a place of not having that divine intention, or the intention was more about yourself. Now you've moved into, and if you haven't moved into this energy, this is what you're moving into, having that divine intention to help, to add to humanity and to help others and add value to the collective and to the communities. So keep things in perspective. Do not get caught up in impulsiveness, and don't get caught up in lust or greed. Okay, because you will be very stable and secure and abundant, but you want to keep things in perspective. Your future self is letting you know that you will have everything you want. And for many of you, I do feel, especially with that third eye energy I was feeling before, that you've been seeing visions of this, but you may have been giving up hope because You may have felt like it was taking a long time, but your future self wants you to know, again, this is divine timing, and you had to go through a lot of lessons and learn a lot of different things, and you had to go through a lot of preparation. The cycle that you're coming out of was preparation and learning, because the new cycle is going to be coming at you fast. And all the things that you've been learning in this previous cycle, you will see will be very applicable to your new cycle. Okay, all of the things that you may even felt like were, remedial, or just things like beneath your level, or like doing jobs like, why am I still in this job? This is beneath me. I should be moving on. I should be doing something different. Your future self is coming through to let you know everything has worked out for the moments that you're getting ready to have in your new cycle. And you're going to see how everything is going to come together, and everything is all working together. And all of these things happen for a reason. And this new cycle is not going to be anything like what you just came out of. Okay, your future self is coming through saying it's not going to be anything like what you've been experiencing. This is going to be completely new energy, completely new situations, completely new thoughts, movement. Everything is going to be different. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize your entire life is different. And your future self wants you to know that. And your future self wants you to keep holding on and don't give up. Because I feel for some of you, you may be losing hope and giving up. You may be feeling like, where's my new opportunities? Where's this new energy? I've been hearing it, but nothing has happened yet. And I'm here to tell you that the good karma is coming. Yeah, see, Saturn is here too. Because there's definitely has been an imbalance here for you. You probably have been feeling like, you've been getting hit many more times. You've been taking more L's than you've been winning. That's maybe how you've been feeling. But this has all been preparation. This has all been learning. And the scales are getting ready to balance. You're getting ready to have equal give and take here with everything. Whatever you've been putting out, it's going to equally come back to you. You had to learn. You had to get boundaries. Yes, justice. Look at this. Because we had the Nine of Pentacles here. This is going to be you. This is going to be you. If you're not already in Nine of Pentacles energy, you may already be there. But for some of you who are not there, this is going to be you. And we see here scales again. We have justice here, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. This is not the typical imagery for Six of Pentacles, but we have scales there. And I just saw 10 again. So that's completion, and good karma is coming in now. You had to clear out that old, you had to even the scales. The scales are in balance, but now the good karma is going to be coming in. Now let's talk about, for some of you who are in a twin flame connection. Now this is not going to be for everyone, but you take what resonates. This could be a soulmate connection for you, and you're just, some of the messages here make sense for you. So you just take what resonates. But for some of you, you are in a twin flame connection. And we see here that there's an imbalance for many of you in this connection. Okay, because the twin flame card came up in reverse. And this is, again, if you are in a twin flame connection and you've been going through some difficult times in this connection, this is, again, about the learning and the growth. So your future self is coming through saying that your love life is going to look differently in this new cycle. It's not going to be what it was previously, what it looked like previously in the old cycle. You had to learn boundaries. You had to learn your worth. You had to learn confidence. You had to learn how to speak your truth. Because for some of you, I'm hearing in your twin flame connection, you walked away from your person, or you put the boundary up, or you told your person that, you separated because you were giving too much, or there was an imbalance in this connection, and so you walked away to preserve your energy, and it was time for you to walk away. And so your future self is coming through saying that you made the right decision, and you had to do what you had to do to protect yourself and to learn boundaries. But I am seeing for some of you, with this Two of Pentacles here, that again was speaking to that imbalance. But for some of you, this is going to be the opportunity for you and this person to figure things out. Figure out if you're going to move forward. Because if you are in a twin flame connection, your twin does not go away. Your twin is always going to be there. However, it's just about how you move forward with the connection. It's, will you have the boundaries up and protect yourself, but still, have this person in your life? in whatever capacity they're going to be in your life, you know, your future self is saying the choice is going to be yours. For some of you, you do have a mission with your twin. And so there's a twin flame mission here. And so for some of you, you will be working with your twin in this mission, whatever that looks like for you and your twin. It's going to be different for everyone. It's not going to look like the same thing, because sometimes when we hear that, you know, many of us think that like that automatically means that you're going to be with this person. And that's not always the case. You know, you can still work in mission with this person, but you may not be with them romantically. Okay. So, you know, these are the choices that are going to be coming up. And honestly, you know, the messages here that I'm getting is, you know, the choice is going to be yours as to how you want to move forward with that. It's not, you know, the choice is yours. Okay. It's not going to be the same thing for everyone. Okay. All right. So let's dig deeper. Let's get some more messages here from your future self. Okay. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Okay. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And then we have divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Okay. All right. Then I have these. Let me get some more messages. All right. Messages from Pal 1's higher future self. I keep saying higher self. Future self. What does your future self want you to know? Pile 1, please. Okay. A couple more. Oh, wow. Okay. I added more cards to these, but the cards always fall. Okay. Stress in your body, release now. Okay. Bold, brave, fearless. Healer. Soul family. Expansion, growth. Wow, these are a lot of cards. Okay, I'm going to start here and then we're going to add more because it's more, but I want you to be able to see it. Determined and ambitious. Brilliant, genius. Okay, let's start here and then I have these other cards that we're going to get into as well. I'll put them right there. Okay, so Pile 1. Let's get into it. Right now you're laying foundations, and this is a part of the divine plan. And this is what your future self wants you to know. You've been laying the foundation and seeding the light for a little while now. You were not seeing the fruits of your labor. You didn't see the harvest yet, but this harvest is coming. And this is a part of the divine plan. Okay? And your future self wants you to know that. And everything that's been going on has been happening for you, not to you. So this is again with, the issues that you may have been going through, the problems that you were having, the lessons. It was all to crack you open, to unlock you, to unravel your soul on a deeper level. It was happening for you, not to you. So you may have been in this place where you were feeling like, why do these things keep happening to me? Everyone I know, they don't deal with this. They don't go through that. It was happening for you to grow you, to stretch you. Expansion. This was about expansion and growth because you needed to learn these lessons to be able to go into the next cycle. Because the next cycle is going to call for you to be bold, brave, and fearless. So These things had to happen because many of you, again, you have this incredible mission. This is coming through again. And like I said, for some of you, this is connected to a twin flame mission. You take that how that resonates. But it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So many of you are a healer, a light worker. You have these capabilities to channel that divine information and love from all those other realms to bring it to humanity, to uplift humanity. And when you're seeding the light, that means you're planting the light, you're changing the earth, you're changing the collective, you're making the world a better place, literally. Okay, so all of these things are coming together in this new cycle that you're embarking upon. You're going to see that. You're going to start seeing the things that you did 8 years ago, the ideas that you had 5 years ago. Everything is going to start making sense. I feel like you've been in this place of a lot of things didn't make sense for a while, but you continue to do what you felt that you had to do, what you were told to do, and you just trusted. And for some of you, you may have started to give up, like I said, I was saying before. But now you're going to start to see how these things are all making sense. And you have help. You have help. You have help from your team, your spirit guides, the ancestors, ancient ancestors, deities, angels, archangels. You have help from the other realms. Call in on the help. This is divine orchestration. They are divinely guiding you to do the things for your mission, to become your best self, to follow the path in your purpose and doing things the way that you are supposed to do it. So these things are divinely guided and divinely orchestrated. So you have the help. Call in the help. You have stress in your body right now, and it's time to release it. So your future self is saying you need to release the stress that's in your body. It's not healthy, and it's going to cause problems for you if you do not release the stress. So it could be some anxiety. It could be overthinking, obsessive thinking. Let go of those things and release it, because it can cause and create other medical issues for you down the line, and you don't want that. Okay, we have, again, you are a healer. Many of you are brilliant. Okay, you are a genius. Unlock these capabilities. Don't tell yourself that you're not smart enough to do this. Don't tell yourself you don't have what it takes to do that. Stop talking to yourself that way, and stop telling yourself, because it's not true. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to do your research or read or study or learn or take classes, coursework. I'm not saying that, but you may need to do those things for whatever it is that you want to do. Do what you're told to do what you're called to do, and do what you feel you need to do. But you are brilliant. And, stop telling yourself you're not smart enough, you're not smart enough to do this, or you don't have what it takes. It's not true. Your future self is coming through saying you're brilliant. Believe in yourself and do what it takes and be bold. We also have determined and ambitious. So you are very determined, and you are naturally very ambitious. And your future self is saying that you're going to continue to have that moving forward in the future. And that's going to be qualities that helps to get you to those places that other people will not reach. Soul family. So you're going to be connecting with your soul family. Your future self is saying, moving forward in the future timelines, you will be connected with your soul family, and it's going to feel good. Okay? It's going to feel very good. You're going to feel happy about that. You're going to feel satisfied. These things are going to, you're going to believe again. You're going to trust again. It's going to feel amazing. Okay. Lover, not fighter. These are the other messages that fell out. Astrology. Third marriage. Okay, I'm going to go over this. Don't get caught up on that number. Baby soul. Private life. And needs alone time. Okay, so the messages that I'm getting, the extra messages that are coming through from your future self. Your future self is saying that you are a lover, not a fighter. Okay? If you feel like, you have these moments of you want to choose some type of violence or fighting, or choose lower vibrational energies to handle situations, your higher self and your future self is saying, don't do it. And I'm seeing 111 as I say that. Always choose love. You are a lover, not a fighter. Don't choose violence. Don't choose, pettiness. petty behavior. Don't choose those lower vibrational energies to handle situations. Choose and act with love. And some people may talk about you. Some people may say, "Oh, you're this, you're lame. You know, that's idiotic. That's this, that's that." Nope. Choose love. Their consciousness is just not where yours is. Okay? So choose love. Don't choose violence and don't choose those lower vibrational energies. You are a lover. That's who you are. So your future self is saying, for many of you, you will be getting married. In the future, you are going to be married. Like I said, you're going to be connected back with your soul family. So it's going to feel good. So that may not be, that may not necessarily be family members, but it's going to be your soul family. So it could be friends that you meet coming up. This is going to feel like, wow, I've known you forever. A partner that you may be marrying, or you may have a solid committed partnership without marriage, romantic partnership without marriage. This person is in your soul family, and it's going to feel good to be back with the people who are in your soul family, and it's going to feel amazing, okay? And this is what you're going to be coming into. Astrology. So many of you have gifts when it comes to astrology, and your future self is saying to you, if you're not already tapping into that, start tapping into it, because this is how you're going to help yourself become better, unravel your soul deeper, learn more, and you're going to be able to use your gift with astrology in your career or whatever it is that you want to do with your life. Okay, so you have a special gift when it comes to astrology. You will have a private life. So I feel like some of you needed to hear that, because, again, some of you are going to be on a public platform. Your platform is rising, and, you may be fearful of, like, oh, if I'm going to be in the public spotlight, how, and I enjoy my privacy, I'm not used to being in the public eye, how can I have the kind of life that, the whole public doesn't know everything about me, and I'm not always in the public eye. And future self is saying that you will have a private life and still be in the public eye. Now, for some of you, you could just be in the public eye in terms of like your community, the local community knows you and things like that, or maybe a larger platform like a global or national scale. Okay, it's a general reading, so it's going to be different for everyone. However, you will be able to have a private life. Your future self is going to guide you. Your higher self is going to guide you and reassure you and show you this is how you can have your privacy in these situations. So don't even worry about that. And you will continue to need alone time. Okay, so continue to give yourself that alone time so you can activate and integrate more of the things that you are learning, and the lessons that you're learning, and all the things that are happening. You will need to continue to have that time that you dedicate to yourself, to learning and growing and resting and healing. Baby soul. Now, for some of you, I am getting the energy. You may be a baby soul, or your future self is saying to you that you will have a baby that will be a baby soul, that you will really guide, in this lifetime. Or you can have a child now that's a baby soul. Or I'm hearing for some of you, you could be, your partner may be a baby soul. Okay, so I'm getting that message. You take what resonates. But these are amazing messages that are coming through, that came through from your future self. And so your future self also, I just saw this, people will be very jealous. So, and this too. Okay, and I'm done. I'm done after this for y'all, for Power One. Stay tuned, still developing. So things are still happening and people are going to be jealous. Okay, so, I mean, not to say that you need to care about that, but, your future self wanted me to show you that. All right, so let's get to your healing cards now. Okay, we have Sacred Pool 47, which reduces to the number 11, or the number 2. Compass 50, which reduces to number 5. And we have Ride the Wave 14, which reduces to the number 5. So that's 2 5s here. Okay, which is about transformation and higher learning. Surrender your fear of change. Surrender to creativity. Surrender to passion. Okay, so these again are more messages from your future self as well, but this is in terms of now and your healing. Okay, you've got time. What would love do? It's not only about being right. Okay. All right. So this is interesting. Pile 1. Okay. So the first thing I'm seeing here, I want to point this out. So again, going back to the messages about astrology, this compass here, this has all of the astrological symbols here. So again, this is again further confirming what we were just saying about many of you have gifts with astrology. So, your future self is saying, start reading, start tapping into that, start learning, start growing. Maybe you are an astrologer. Maybe you're going to use the things that you learn from astrology again with your channeling, with your healing, or in your career, whatever it is, okay? You have gifts when it comes to astrology. So really start tapping into that. Ride the wave. This is telling me it's time, and then surrender to passion. When I put these down, I'm not really paying attention to how I'm putting these cards down, but this is telling me that it's time to get in the flow of having more fun and being passionate. Being passionate, excited about life again, excited about the possibilities, excited about miracles, excited about having fun times, celebration. Like I said, for many of you, I am getting this energy that you have been in this cycle that's been very challenging for years. And you probably can't even really remember when the last time you really just laughed until you cried, or you just really just had a good time. Okay, so it's time for you to start having fun. It's time for you to just surrender to passion and surrender to fun and get in the flow of life. Dolphins are, majestic, beautiful, intelligent sea creatures that they love to have fun. They're playful. They're known for being playful. They're known for laughing. They like to have fun. So it's time for you to start having fun and getting in the flow of life. And again, like I said, really getting excited about life again. Surrender to your creativity. Many of you have creative ideas around astrology, around astrological elements, planets, stars, things like that. Start really getting creative with that, because this is a part of your path. Surrender to this creativity that you have with your capabilities. Some of you are writers, some of you are speakers, natural leaders, coaches, healers. Some of you need to be on YouTube sharing, or whatever platform, sharing the type of things that you're doing, the type of wisdom that you carry. So it's about taking that action and trusting this journey and trusting the path. Sacred pool. So this is telling me again, for some of you, let me just look at this image a little deeper. Yeah, for some of you, this is like an image of a woman. She's in this water. For some of you, you need to get cleansed by the water. You need to take a spiritual bath or do some type of cleansing. Go sit by the water, look at the water. But this is also telling me it's still some more healing to do. It's still some more healing to do, because we never stop healing. And I know some of you are like, I don't want to hear this anymore. I'm tired of healing. I want to see the results. I get it. I'm there too. But like this card is saying, you got time. So we're going to get to that in a second. But surrender the fear of change. It's time for change. It's time for success. It's time for fun. It's time to have a good time. It's time to come out of the mud. It's time to come out of the depths. It's time to come out of sadness. It's time to come out of your emotions. You may be overwhelmed with your emotions right now. You may be healing your heart, because we have a lot of green there. You may be still very emotionally charged by the things that's been going on in your life right now. It may be a lot for you, but it's time to start saying, okay, I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid of this transformation. All is well. I'm trusting this journey. If people know who I am when I walk out my house, it's okay. If people, when I'm at the grocery store, because I feel like for some of you, you may have a fear of being in that public eye. And again, look at this. This is the card that was on top. Your future self is saying you will have a private life. Trust it. Even if so many people know who you are, you will still be able to have a private life. Trust this journey. Okay? Trust it and surrender the fear of change. Don't get upset if people know who you are. This is a part of the divine plan. You know, you will still be able to have your privacy despite all of these things. So let's talk about this. You've got time. This is divine timing. This is saying that for some of you, you may have a lot of dreams like, when am I going to get married? When am I going to have the family that I want? When am I going to have the house that I want? And your future self is saying you've got time. The more you feel like time is running out, the more it's really not. Get in the flow. Ride the wave. Get in the flow of life. Enjoy what's happening right now. Surrender to what's happening right now. Don't get caught up in, yeah, this is great, but no but. Enjoy what's happening right now, because everything you want is going to come for you. Now, what would love do? And it's not only about being right. Let me read the back of this. In all tests of character, when two viewpoints are pitted against each other, in the final analysis, the thing that will strike you the most is not who was right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went to the greater length in considering the other's perspective. So for some of you, you may be, and this could be with a romantic situation, or it could be a family member or a friend. You may be in a situation of conflict. It could be with your twin flame, because we did see that earlier. There could be some conflict here with someone in your life. Okay, it does not always have to be romantic, but it could be a friend or family. And this card, your future self is saying, is not about being right or wrong or any of those things. It's about seeing things from another perspective, having that loving and forgiving heart, loving despite the things that have happened, loving despite the mistakes, loving despite the pride and ego, or, the missteps or mistakes, or what you perceive to be that. And I'm not saying that your perception is wrong, because things could have definitely happened that really could have been avoided. But remember, this is divine timing. This is all to prepare you. Everything you've been going through is preparation and learning. So if you were going through conflict with someone and, it was really difficult, it taught you. Think about the things that it taught you. It taught you a lot of different things, and it needed to happen. It happened for you, not to you. Remember that, okay? So if it is someone that you are in conflict with, try to see things from another perspective, okay? Don't just keep blaming this other person for everything that did not go right. Try to see things from a different perspective and have a forgiving heart. Forgive them. Forgive them even if they haven't apologized. Honestly, give them that forgiveness and give them that grace. And then forgive yourself. And it may not be easy to do, but that will heal your heart. And then that will, even if the person does not physically apologize to you, that when you forgive and release, that energy is lifted. You and that person, you won't feel it. It's gone. Okay? Or it's just that energy is not going to exist anymore. So just think about that. Okay, so I really hope this helps, Pile One. You have some amazing things that are happening, some things that are still developing, more surprises and blessings and abundance coming to you. So just trust and continue to release your fear of change and get yourself ready for success. If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to the capital LOVE tribe. If you haven't subscribed, join the tribe. Like the video, comment below, let me know how this resonated, and I'll see you on the next reading. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you all so much. I hope you are well. Okay, so Pal 2, it says, you glow, we beam. Thanks. So this is, this message that I'm getting and it's coming through from your future self is saying the more you glow, the more this energy is not only felt through your timelines, the different timelines of yourself, but this energy is felt in the collective. The more you shine, the more confident you are, the more you confident you are in your abilities, the more the kindness that you speak over your soul, the more love you give to yourself. This energy is felt not only within your body, within your energy, your soul, but it's also felt in the collective, the people that you come in contact with, the lives that you energetically are connected to. This energy is felt and it vibrates. It vibrates and it shines and it shifts. It shifts the collective. It shifts humanity. So it's like a thank you, like continue to shine, continue to glow, continue to love yourself, continue to be confident, to be bold, to accept yourself. Because the more you do it, the more you shine, the more you glow, the more you beam, the more others will be able to glow and beam as well. And it's like, thank you. It's beautiful. So solar plexus energy and sacral energy is I'm feeling very prominent for this group. And solar plexus, that's your confidence. That's your esteem. How you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, how you love yourself, how you accept yourself, how you treat yourself. Okay, how do you speak to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself with kind, loving words? Do you lovingly accept yourself? Do you feel like you're a beautiful person inside and out? I mean, yes, we all have things that we want to work on, but as you do the work, are you loving yourself more? Are you accepting yourself more? Are you shining your light? Are you showing others how magnificent you are, how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how talented you are? These are the things that your future self wants you to really think about, because you are a beautiful, creative person. So it's like, are you showing that creativity? Are you showing your beauty? Are you showing your extraordinary capabilities, your uniqueness? How are you sharing that with the world? Okay? Because the more you do that, the more you will glow, and the more that energy is felt in the collective, in humanity. Okay, so let's go. Messages from your future self. How to. Messages from your future self. What does your future self want you to know? Okay, we have 2 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. The Empress in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. So that's 2 twos, 22. And then we have the Emperor. And we have the Fool card. We have 3 of Swords. And then 3 of Pentacles. So that's 3 threes as well, because the Empress, that's a number 3. So that's 333. So that's 22 and 333. Okay, so you could Google those numbers. There may be more messages for you. And then we have 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Wow. This is beautiful. Pile 2. Okay, let me just make sure you can see this. Okay, Pile 2. So your future self is coming through saying, okay, so for some of you, I'm feeling like this energy of you may have had issues with like imbalances before, as far as like your energy. You may have struggled with like depression. You may have struggled with like ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of life. But for you, it would kind of be on the extreme. It may be really up when it's up and then really down and low when it's down. And part of that was because your masculine and feminine energies are in balance. I'm not saying for all of you this is still the case, because for many of you, I feel like you are balancing that energy out. But Some of you are still dealing with the imbalance of masculine and feminine energy. Now, within all of us, we all have masculine and feminine energy, regardless of whatever we identify as our dominant core frequency. Okay? Our dominant core frequency is the masculine or feminine energy, but we still have both energies that reside within us. I hope that makes sense. And I also want to say, your energy that's like your dominant core frequency is not always going to match your gender. Okay? You can have a dominant masculine energy but be in a female body. Or you can have a dominant feminine energy and be in a male body, a man body. Okay? So it has nothing to do with gender. We're talking about energies right now. So I feel like there's been an imbalance in your energies. And I do feel like your feminine energy has been in the imbalance because we do have the emperor here in the upright position. And then we have over here the empress in reverse. So for some of you, your feminine energy may have been blocked, or you have not really been tapping into your feminine energy. You've been struggling to connect more with your feminine energy. Feminine energy, that's about using your intuition. That's about nurturing. That's about receiving, receptivity, being able to receive from others. The masculine energy, that's the energy that gives, that provides security, that, has that order, the material world, manifesting, all those type of things. But your feminine energy, that's the spiritual world. That's the intuition, being receptive, following your inner guidance, surrendering to with the needs of your body, and doing other things like self-care and taking care of yourself and doing things like that. So I do see here that there has been an imbalance with that. Okay. And for some of you, like I said, you are balancing that out, or it's already getting balanced out, because many of you are embarking on a new journey. And this new journey is going to be full of collaboration, teamwork, and you're going to be working with some different people. And for some of you, this is going to be a new career. Your future self wants you to know that you are coming into a new career. You are getting ready to create a new career for yourself, or you are going to be stepping into a new career. It's going to be a situation of an offer you cannot refuse. But for some of you, you are creating this. You're creating a new career. You're setting yourself up for something new, a new chapter here. Now, for some of you, you are still dealing with heartbreak. And your future self wants you to know that you need to heal this heartbreak. Okay? Because I am feeling like this heartbreak is of the romantic nature. Because when I see here with this 10 of Cups here, this is telling me, your future self is coming through saying that you are going to have the ultimate fulfillment in terms of your emotional needs, your romantic needs, family. If this is what you want a family, you want commitment, long-term partnership, you are going to have these things. And your future self is coming through saying that is coming in for you. But you have to heal this heartbreak. And with healing this heartbreak, that's okay. So yeah. So for some of you, this is some type of counterpart energy here. Because we have the King and the Queen of Swords. So, when this comes through, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is telling me that there's been some type of clarity, and there needs to be a discussion of truth and honesty. Okay. But, that clarity has to be had on both sides, and both people need to realize both people need to be clear on the expectations, the boundaries, and whatever has happened. And both people need to be vulnerable and honest. Okay. But you have to be honest with yourself first. And for some of you, you may be in hermit mode right now. This is Virgo energy. You may be healing this. You may be healing this heartbreak. You may be really going within, looking at yourself, taking accountability, looking at your decisions. Because for many of you, I do feel like you're closing out a cycle here. And so, oh yeah, wow. The rain is coming down harder. I'm so happy it's raining today. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So there needs to be more clarity here, and this clarity needs to be expressed. Even if this clarity is realized on both sides, you know, you and your person realize the truth of this connection, the truth of whatever has happened, whatever went down in the past, the truth of, you know, what's needed to move forward. Even if these things have been realized, there needs to be a level of vulnerability and honesty that's spoken, that's expressed physically. Okay? So this healing needs to be done for the heartbreak. And it could be around this person, because the Empress could represent a person. It doesn't have to be, but it can, okay? Especially because the Emperor is out as well. And that's counterpart energy also. The Emperor and the Empress. And then we have the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. So for some of you, this could be heartbreak around a romantic partner. And this healing needs to be done, okay, in order to move forward. For some of you, you are going to be working with this person. Your future self wants you to know that. Your future self, because of this teamwork with the Three of Pentacles energy, your future self wants you to know that you will reconcile with this person and you will be working with this person. You and this person will be working and building together, and you will have the Ten of Cups, okay? But let me look at this. I'm going to dig deeper with this heartbreak. This Three of Swords, because that's really the thing that's sticking out to me. I feel like, you know, with you, Pile 2, you're learning to be more confident in yourself, and you're learning how to speak to yourself with more honesty and more, you're being more gentle with yourself. Okay, you're being more gentle with yourself and you're being kinder with yourself, which is going to help you to shine more and shine more of your gifts and your abilities, okay? Because you have a beautiful light within you, Pile 2, and it's going to help you more creatively. I feel like many of you are very creative, but the things that you've been creating is nothing like what you will create when you really step into your full power. And that's, again, balancing out both of those energies within you, your masculine and your feminine energy, and using both of them harmoniously to move forward in your journey. So it's like knowing when to tap into that very dominant masculine energy, then knowing when to tap into your softness, your feminine energy, regardless of your gender. Okay? And for example, you know, you may start your day off in masculine energy, doing your work, getting things done, very diligent, focused, ambitious. Then when it gets to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, now you're shifting into your feminine energy. Okay, maybe you want to go take a break, do some yoga, go walk in the park, go get grounded, receive, okay? Open yourself up to receive something nice. And it doesn't always have to be from the material world. It could be like, you know, receiving sunshine in the park in the afternoon. Or maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to just go take a bath. Maybe I'm just going to go rest. Doing that, balancing out those energies, just not being all the way totally in your masculine energy all the time or all the way totally in your feminine energy. Using both to move forward. Okay, so let's get this. I want to get clarity on this Three of Swords. Okay, then we have Ten of Swords. Reverse. We have Queen of Cups. Let's get one more. And then Death. Okay, so that's Scorpio energy. Now, this is saying right here that the healing needs to be done. The baggage, the emotional baggage that's being held on. For some of you, I'm feeling there's a lot of emotional baggage from past relationships. It's past betrayal, past hurt. This person may have been triggering those wounds for you, triggering the damage that's been done in the past that you haven't dealt with. I feel for many of you, you may be the type of person that just keeps everything moving regardless of how you feel. You know, if someone breaks your heart, if someone betrays you, you know, you kind of put it in a little box and compartmentalize it somewhere up in your subconscious and in your body. And then, you know, here comes a person that's trying to love you, care for you, show you love, and you know, you're too afraid to accept it, or you're too, because again, feminine energy, that's receptivity. That's the ability to accept, allow allow love, accept love in. And you can't do those things if you have a bunch of emotional baggage hanging around from past situations that you've never healed. Okay? So, because the Queen of Cups, that's the overflow of love. Okay? Of overflow. The Queen of Cups is the queen that gives love very freely and just wants to love. Okay, the cup overflows of love. So this person may have been coming in trying to give you a lot of love, and there was something that, not to say you don't want to accept, but you have a hard time accepting it because you may be having a difficult time loving yourself, because you have to check with that. Like, are you loving yourself? Because the more you love yourself, the more you are able to accept love freely. But it could also be, again, emotional baggage. Again, past hurts, betrayal, backstabbing, those wounds in the past. And it could go back to childhood. It doesn't always have to be past relationships. It could be that as well. And it could be childhood as well. So if those things have never been dealt with and transformed, because of transformation, that has to happen. The death and rebirth. Okay? So heal that energy, heal the pain, so you can come into that 10 of Cups. And I just saw 12. Okay, so your future self is basically saying, balance out those energies and heal that, get that emotional baggage out of here. Okay, and then you will have what you want, which is the 10 of Cups. And your future self is saying, you already have that on another timeline. It's just about healing that heartbreak now, so you can align with this timeline that you already have, because it's already happening in another timeline. You're already, your wildest dream, if you have the wildest dream of, being married to a certain person, maybe having a family, having the type of career, the kind of money, everything you want is already in another timeline. It's just about healing that now, so you can align, your frequency can raise, go up. Okay, your frequency is getting higher, your vibration is high, at a higher set point, so you can align yourself with this future timeline. Okay, and your future self will continue to give you the steps to get there, but it's about you taking it on and doing it. Okay, so we have Starseed. What lights you up? Okay, these are more messages. Right, we also have Soul Family. Calling your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. Oh, wow, you guys have 5 cards. Okay, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? How can you mother yourself? And your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay, see, this is really great. So, okay, for many of you, you are a starseed, and, you can go look that up. Google that if you're not sure what that means. So that's basically like your soul originates from another star system, another planet, okay? So your frequency is different. You are different. You are unique. You are not like everyone else. So your future self is saying, what lights you up? What gets you excited? What gets you motivated? Really dig into that, because follow that energy. Whatever gets you excited. It may feel just out of this world. Okay? It may feel like just completely out of the norm of what typically would get you excited from the past. But your future self is saying, that's okay. That's what's needed. That's what's going to pull you further to where you need to go. Confirmation here. Your vibration is rising. You are a pillar of light. Again, look at this. You glow, we beam. You have light codes in you that other people do not have. You are very unique and different. The type of light codes that you are carrying is pretty fabulous, and is needed to be unlocked for Earth. Earth needs these light codes. Earth needs these activations. Okay? So your vibration is rising, and this is what I was just saying. Heal that heartbreak so your vibration can continue to go up. But your vibration is already rising. You are the oracle. Trust in your abilities. You are able to channel that divine knowledge than people need to hear, that you need to know for yourself, but people also need to hear, and that wisdom that needs to be shared. What is your soul calling you to do? I feel like many of you may be unhappy with your career right now or unhappy with your work situation. I'm getting that very strongly for many of you. And so your future self is saying, answer the call. Your future self is saying, we've been calling you. Your higher self, your team, the call has been coming out, but are you answering it? What is your soul calling you to do? And again, it may be completely different, a total departure of what you are doing now. And that's okay, because you are a multi-dimensional being. You have light codes in you that many people don't have. So the type of abilities and skill set that you carry, a lot of people won't be able to, they don't have that, okay? And that's okay, but this is meant for you, and this is a part of your plan. Soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. So you have help. You have help on the earthly side, and you have help from the spiritual realm. Tap into it. You have help on both sides here. Tap into it. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to go through this alone. But right now, you need to mother yourself. Right now, you have to nurture yourself. It's time for you to nurture yourself. Think about yourself as if you are a child. Okay, what is it that, and you may be a parent, I don't know, but how would you nurture a child? How would you nurture your inner child? Right now, you have to nurture your inner child. Like I said, for some of you, you may have heartbreak that started from childhood, okay? And you're still carrying that emotional baggage, and it's still weighing you down, and it's weighing you down where you can't progress forward until you deal with this. And so think about, like when I was nurturing myself, when I was going through that, I had to visualize myself talking to my inner child and holding my inner child, hugging my inner child, telling my inner child, you are safe, you are loved, you are appreciated, doing things like that, okay? You may need to do that. You may need to visualize yourself or dream or whatever it is, or write yourself, your inner child, a letter. Do things to nurture your inner child. Tell your inner child you are safe. Tell your inner child, you are loved. Despite the things that have happened, you are still loved. It's okay. It prepares you for what's going to happen later on in life. It all connects. It all happens. Of course, it's horrible. Of course, it's painful. Of course, it's tragic. Okay? But tell your inner child it's okay, and it's not going to last forever, and you just have to trust right now. And when you do things like that, and of course this may sound again out of this world, but it works. I'm telling you from personal experience, it works. And you start to relieve yourself of that and your inner child. Okay? It's like you're going back and talking to yourself back in time. Okay? And like I said, it really does work. Okay, so let's get some more messages from your future self. What else does your future self want you to know? How to please break this out. Okay, I'll get that. How to okay, get a couple from here. How to wow, okay, that's enough. All right, let me get these out. Okay, we have all the clairs. Stop wishing your life away. Flow with life. Things are aligning in your favor. Divine timing. Self-sabotage. Stop it. Oh, wow. Okay. Time to take accountability. Spirit guide. Philanthropist. First marriage. Power couple. Intuition. Okay, it's a lot of messages here. Okay, so this is all from your future self. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Wow, it's a lot. All right, all the clairs. So your future self wants you to know that you have all of the clairs. You know, this is about you unlocking this. This is about you coming into your own, you trusting your abilities. You have, Google all of the clairs if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? That's clairvoyance, claircognizance, all of them. I don't want to feel like going through all of that right now, but Google the clairs, okay? Those are your psychic abilities. You have all of them. It's just about you unlocking yourself and unlocking to your potential and your abilities. The more healing you do, the more you're able to unlock these things because your vibration goes up. Okay? So this is about, again, coming into that. So stop wishing your life away. Flow of life. Many of you are, wishing you may wake up Monday and why can't this be Friday? I'm ready for the weekend. Or, you're in this place or you're doing something that you may be enjoying, but then you're ready to go home. You're just like, oh, I'm ready to go home. Why can't this just be the next day? Constantly wishing for the next thing. And so your future self wants you to stop doing that and flow with life. Have a good time, flow with life. Just simmer down and allow yourself to enjoy it. Enjoy what's happening in the moment. Things are aligning in your favor. Whether you realize this or not, things are aligning for you. Things are coming together. I keep going back to that 10 of Cups energy because that was at the bottom of the deck and your future self is coming through letting you know you will have that. Family, joy, happiness, fulfillment. You will have those things. It's going to happen in divine timing. The more you wish your life away, that's not getting you closer to divine timing. Okay? Stay faithful on this journey. Don't give up, but flow with life. Enjoy the moments when you have them. Your intuition. Right now, your intuition is rising, but it's also, you need to trust it. Okay? You need to trust your inner guidance more than ever because some of you are self-sabotaging right now. You're self-sabotaging yourself with thoughts. You may be constantly going, these thoughts are looping in your mind, and it could be about your romantic life. You could be, because we do have time to take accountability here. So it's time for you to be accountable about something. You may need to be, you may need to apologize or be accountable for your actions or just take accountability for your healing. Or it could be all of the above, okay? But some type of accountability needs to be taken. And it could be in terms of like your love life. I don't know, but that seems to be a big deal, especially with that emotional baggage that's still there. And for some of you, it could be connecting to a marriage, okay? Or a past relationship that you need to deal with. But I am also getting this energy for some of you, your future self is telling you you will be getting married. Okay, or have some type of long-term commitment. You take what resonates there. But trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to steer you in the wrong direction, but you have to trust it. You have to trust it. The more you trust it, the more it makes sense. Your first thought. Okay, now, many of you are going to be embarking upon a career in philanthropy. You are a philanthropist. So, start, your future self is saying that this may be what lights you up, helping others, giving back to humanity. That may be something that really, that may be what your soul is calling you to do. So that's something that you need to look into because your future self is saying that that's happening in other timelines as well. And then we have spirit guide. So for that's telling me your future self is saying that your future self is guiding you. Your future self is a part of your spirit guide team. Okay, your future self is a spirit guide to you. Your future self is showing you, showing you how things can be, how things are aligning, how things are all working together through your intuition. But are you trusting? Are you taking the steps that you were told to take? Are you doing the things you were told to do when you're told to do it? Taking that inspired aligned action when you are told to do so. Okay, so one more. Power couple. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So power couple, this is again It's going back to that romantic connection for many of you. For some of you, this could be a new connection coming in, okay? But for some of you, I'm feeling like it's the one that we saw before. You and that person will reconcile and be a power couple. And your future self is saying, again, this is happening on another timeline. It's just about you aligning to this timeline. You doing the things now where you are currently, when your things come through in your intuition, you following, you listening, and you do what you were told. And these are the steps that are taken to align you to the timeline where you're, the optimal timeline. Again, this 10 of Cups. Okay? Look at this. Joy, peace, family, commitment. This is what many of you want. And so this is that ultimate happiness. So you are being aligned. Things are aligning, but you have to listen to your intuition and you have to heal. And I just saw, excuse me, I just saw heart chakra. So that's telling me too, many of you need to heal your heart. And we saw that already with that heartbreak. Okay. Yeah, see, heal the ouch. 38. And that reduces to the number 11. And that could be the number 2. Storm Fields, number 9. 44, strength. And that reduces to number 8. Or it could be 1111. And that's the twin flame number. So that could be some type of significance here. Surrender to trust. Surrender negative thinking. Okay, we're going to get to this, but that goes back to that self-sabotage energy as well. Surrender to your intuition. Wow. So it's a lot of messages here about your intuition, pal, too. You're really being pushed to follow your intuition. And again, that's that feminine energy. That feminine energy is intuition. But we're going to get to that. Okay. Don't be misled. Create space for new loves. Wow. New love, excuse me. Yeah, that's new love, not new loves. I go where you go. Okay, so this is more messages from your future self. So your future self is coming through, wow, with some more powerful messages here. This is really powerful. Your future self, again, is saying, it's time to let go of this negative thinking. You're doing more self-sabotage than you even realize. You may have a lot of negative thinking about your worth, or because, again, you're carrying a lot of that emotional baggage and you're healing. These thoughts may be coming up. You don't feel good enough. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel good enough because of the things you've been through. And your future self is saying those things are not true. This is self-sabotage. You're self-sabotaging yourself because, again, you feel like someone like you is not deserving, and that's not true. Your future self is saying it's already happening. Another timeline, you have this beautiful life. You already have a beautiful life now, but you're getting to ultimate fulfillment. This is what you're working toward. And so your future self is saying, another timeline, this is already happening. Do what we're telling you to do so you can align with that. And that's about surrendering to your intuition and knowing that you have strength in your intuition. Knowing your intuition is very powerful. Your intuition is spot on. Okay, you have very strong intuitive abilities. Again, you have all the clairs. You have the ability to use all of the clairs. It's about you unlocking yourself and trusting. We have, again, another message about surrender to trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust you and your decisions. You have to know yourself and you have to trust yourself. And you have to trust your intuition. Don't be misled. Some of you may be, you may have some people right now in your life who are not telling you the truth or not leading you in the direction that you need to be led to. And your future self is coming through saying, don't be misled. Don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. Okay? Pay attention to the signs. Let me read this. When fear speaks, and this is also fear, when fear speaks, it's always wrong, unless being chased by wildebeest. And when love speaks, it's always right, and usually bouncy. So choose love over fear. Don't be misled by fear. Fear will tell you, and again, that's the self-sabotaging, negative thinking. Fear will have you thinking all kinds of horrible things that just is not true. But if you let your mind run wild with it, it will run wild all day. In fact, it'll run a marathon and it won't stop. So you have to stop it. You have to tell yourself it's not true. You have to stop the obsessive thinking. And that's unlearning those patterns and just shutting those thoughts down when they come up. And I know it's not easy. I've dealt with the same issues, but it works. Start shutting those things down. Storm fields. This is about clearing right now. Clearing and coming out of the storm. Whenever there's like a thunderstorm, it just looks so scary and so ominous and so like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But as soon as the storm clears, it's so beautiful outside. It's refreshing. The sky is beautiful. It smells good outside. The air is pure and clear. This is what's happening. This is that death and rebirth energy here. You're clearing out. You're coming out of a storm. The number 9, you're getting closer to the number 10. 10 is completion. Okay? So heal the ouch. Heal the pain. Heal that emotional baggage. Heal the heartbreak. Heal the pain from the past. And let go. And know that you have strength right now to do this. Your future self is saying create space for new love. Let me read this. When a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. When it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. I love you so much, the universe. So this is saying that, again, don't be misled. Don't be misled by fear and people in your life, okay? Don't be misled by these things. If these things hurt, this is not of your highest good. We're not supposed to be in pain or not feel good about the things that we're doing. We've been told by society that, pains, whatever, but I don't want to get off task. But these things are not, don't be misled, okay? Choose love, not fear. You are stronger than you know, and love is always going to follow you. And your future self is really speaking to you because your future self is like, I want you to win. I'm guiding you. I'm strengthening your intuition. I'm talking to you through your intuition. Follow me. Follow this path and we will get there. Okay? So I really hope this helps, Pile 2. If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. You're stronger than you know. You got this. Heal the pain. Release the emotional baggage. Heal the heartbreak. And you will have everything you want. Please like the video. Comment below. Let me know how this resonated. Subscribe, join the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope you all are well. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. So let's get into it. Give yourself much more credit. So I'm getting this energy here, Pile 3, that, you've been doing some work. You've been doing the healing work. You've been trusting yourself more. You've been listening to your intuition more. You may not have, you may still be in this place of like, we all make mistakes, okay? I'm getting this energy of, you still may be a bit hard on yourself, or you may still be learning how to trust your intuition more. And, you're starting to see the benefit of trusting your intuition. You're starting to see how things are working, but you still may be hard on yourself. Hard on yourself meaning like you still may be telling yourself you're not good enough. You still may be telling yourself you're not doing enough. Or, if you were doing more, then you should be able to see more benefit or see more of your abundance. You may be just like in this place where it's like, oh, yeah, you're doing okay, but if you were doing better, it would be like this. So your future self wants you to give yourself more credit. Your future self is coming through saying, guess what? You're doing a great job. Guess what? You're amazing. Guess what? You're awesome. Your future self is also saying, start speaking to yourself in a kinder way. Be more gentle with yourself. Nurture yourself more. You're not nurturing yourself enough. I'm getting this energy again that you could be very hard on yourself. I'm getting this energy of the way you speak to yourself. You would never say those things to someone that you loved, okay? Someone that was important to you. So your future self is saying, why do you continue to talk to yourself that way? Your future self is saying, be proud of yourself. Tell yourself you're proud of yourself. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate how much you've learned. Celebrate who you are becoming, because you're becoming your best version. your greatest version. And you need to be proud of that. Let me read this. A stranger than strange preponderance to want to ponder. Excuse me. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships, and those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow. Even though I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. So this is basically saying that, hey, because this deck speaks about like love and connection, but this is saying that like the things that you've been telling yourself, it's just not true. You stop being so hard on yourself. Give yourself more love, more credit, more acceptance, more grace. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Be gentle. Nurture yourself. Nurture yourself through what you're doing, because guess what? You are doing a lot of hard work. You're doing a lot of healing. You're doing a lot of the work that's not easy, clearing this karma, okay? And if you are not your biggest cheerleader, then what are you doing this for? Really ask yourself. If you're not doing this to make yourself proud, what are you doing this for? Really think about that, because you have to love yourself through this process, and you have to be on your own team. You have to be your number one fan, your biggest cheerleader. Okay? And that's about loving and accepting yourself and being kind to yourself. Okay, so let's get some more messages, Pile 3. What's your future self want you to know? Messages from your future self for Pile 3. Messages from your future self for Pile 3. Okay, 7 of Wands in reverse. We have 9 of Wands. We have Knight of Wands. So that's a lot of fire energy here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the Hermit. And then that's Virgo energy. But, we don't have to get caught up on the signs, but I'm just, letting you know. Okay, we have Temperance. That's Sagittarius energy. And then we have the Tower, which could be like, it could be like Aries energy, Scorpio energy too. 2 of Pentacles. And then we have 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, let me just make sure you can see this. Okay, messages from your future self. So, Pile 3, your future self doesn't want you to give up. I do feel like some of you have been in this place of, wanting to give up, losing hope, losing faith in this death and rebirth process, because I do feel like for many of you, you've been in a dark night of the soul. You've been going through a lot of difficult situations. You've been doing a lot of clearing of your karma. You've been learning a lot of lessons. And I do feel like even though you may have been in the cycle of this for, like, I'm hearing for some of you, like 7 years, the last 4 years have been particularly challenging. Okay, it's really been difficult because it's essentially you're like all these old patterns and beliefs and thoughts, systems, all of these things have been tremendously broken down within the last few years. And this has not been easy for you. And so this is why your future self is saying, give yourself more credit. Because even though you may have been getting hit pretty hard the last few years with a lot of tough lessons, your future self is saying, give yourself credit. This has not been easy. This has been, in fact, pretty challenging. Because, again, you're clearing this karma and you're bringing in balance. You're bringing in balance and a new way of being and a new way of thinking. Those old patterns had to be broken down because they no longer served you. You can't continue to, your future self is saying you couldn't continue to think the way you were thinking, move the way you were moving. Doing all those things that you were doing in the past was not going to be pushing you toward the divine plan and the success that your future self is saying that is definitely coming through on those future timelines. And you have to go through these storms. You may even still be in a storm where you had to learn these things and go through these storms because it's preparing you for what's coming next. Right now, if you're not in like a hermit mode and a level of like introspection, I feel like some of you are still in hermit mode. Some of you have been in hermit mode off and on for the last few years. And I do feel like some of you are actually a bit bored of it. You may be a bit tired of this hermit mode. You may be tired of doing all this healing. I feel you. Okay, I feel you. It's like, I feel like, again, you've been hit pretty hard recently, the last few years or 4 or 5 years, and you've been doing a lot of work. And now you may be feeling like, because the Four of Swords in reverse, it's the same, like, okay, you're ready to start doing more things. You may want some adventure. We had that Sagittarius energy coming through pretty clearly. You may be wanting more freedom. You may be wanting more, again, adventure, more fun, because you've been letting go. You do need some balance. I do see for many of you, there is a need for balance here. Yeah, we have balance and reconciliation. There needs to be some balance. But this is going to take some courage, and this is going to take some boldness. Okay? I'm going to pull some more cards in a second because I want to see. Okay, so letting go, you're letting go of a lot of self-defeating thoughts. You may have been in this, I feel like for many of you, you have a lot of negative thoughts that continue to run your mind, and it's almost like they're on a loop. And, these are self-sabotaging thoughts. These are things that you developed in childhood. These things that you've been telling yourself on and on and on, this is who you are. You may be, again, telling yourself you're not deserving. You're not deserving of this. You're not deserving of that. 6 of Wands. Telling yourself that you're not worthy, okay? And I do see that those thoughts, there is some more inner child wounds here, okay? There's some more inner child wounds. We have the Emperor in reverse. There's some things that you need to explore regarding your masculine energy, or it could be a masculine figure. So it could be like father wounds here. I'm feeling very strongly father wounds. So there may be like some abandonment issues here that you need to explore from childhood that's going to help you bring that balance in. For many of you, I am feeling this is ancestral. There is like some type of issue for Pentacles. There's some issue with control, possessiveness. There may be an abuse of power. I'm getting an abuse of power energy as well. And this, I'm feeling like for many of you, this is connecting back to your past life as well. I want you to know this, that your future self wants you to know that this karma that you're clearing, a lot of this for many of you is ancestral. And this is clearing not only you, but it's also clearing, if you plan on having children or you do have children, this will clear your children of this as well. And your future self wants you to know that. And your future self is saying that you are going to overcome this and you are going to be rewarded. You are going to overcome these storms, you're going to be victorious. You are going to win. You're going to have everything you want. Okay, but it's going to take some work. For some of you, I am getting this energy. You were abusing power in past lifetimes. Okay. There is an energy here of like using your power and your gifts to control others, to manipulate others, to possess. You have some jealousy and possessive issues that is also coming out this lifetime that you may not have really realized that you have serious issues with that. And it's because it's connected to ancestral wounds, but it's also connected to past life as well. Okay. And 7 of Cups. And it's, hold on, let me pull another card. King of Wands. So this is more of that fire energy. You have a lot of strength and stamina, whether you know this or not. And many of you are a leader. 6 of Swords. It's time to walk away from something. It's time to move forward. Some of you are waiting to make a decision. Some of you are holding on to someone that you need to let go of. Some of you are not confident in your ability to move forward without a person. You feel like, if you don't have this person by your side, you can't do certain things. Some of you, this could be a parent in your ear saying, don't leave me behind. Don't, you just want to turn your back on me. Your future self is saying you're going to have to let these things go. Your future self is saying that these things are the things that need to be cleared out, that no longer serve you, because regardless of gender here, you are the King of Wands. You are a leader. You are an entrepreneur. You know how to lead. You know how to bring people together to create change. You know how you have the strength, the stamina, the fire, the ambition to get it going, to make things happen. You're going to have a lot of options in your career. You are going to have a lot of romantic options as well. You are going to be the type that has options on top of options for whatever it is you want to do, and you are going to be victorious. But it's time to move forward. Some of you have done enough work to move forward now with the next part of your journey. And that could be, you may need to travel to kind of get that going, because some of you love to travel and you've been denying yourself traveling because of time or money, or the things that you feel like maybe again, like you don't have time for it, or you're saying, oh, you can't afford it. And your future self is saying the more you travel, the more you find yourself. And that's not for everyone, but if you connected with that, that's for you, because some of you have a strong Sagittarian energy. You love freedom, you love escape, you love to travel. And so when you travel, you will find yourself more. Travel to the different parts of the world. This helps you to unlock your soul on a deeper level, because many of you have had many lifetimes here on earth. So your soul has different imprints all over the globe here. And you need to travel to find yourself on a deeper level. Okay, now that's for some. Now for some of you, you need to step up into your leader position. You need to make a decision, and you need to bet on yourself. It's time for you to move forward. For some of you, like I said, you've done enough healing. You've done enough. I mean, we're always going to be healing, but if you've been doing a lot of deep dive healing and you've been, in hermit mode, your future self is saying, okay, now it's time to put some of these plans into action. You don't need to keep sitting back, and it's time to put some plans into action. And we have Mercury here. That's, for some of you, you need to start communicating these plans, maybe collaborating, writing these things down, start, whatever it is to move things forward in the next direction, because forward momentum needs to happen now. You're ready for that. And for some of you, this is about communication, okay? Because Mercury, that's the planet of communication. For some of you, again, your future self is saying it's time to step into your leadership role. Balance out. You may have a fear of being a leader because maybe you feel like, your masculine energy is not strong enough, and that's not true. Your future self is saying you're already a leader in another timeline. Stop doubting yourself and align yourself with this leadership role now, so you can align yourself with this future timeline where you're already doing it. Okay? It's about you going for it. So if you were, feeling that energy where I was saying, like, there's an abuse of power situation here, and you may be fearful of that, your future self is saying, let that go. Heal that. Tell yourself, start affirming to yourself that you are not going to abuse your power. Affirm to yourself that you're not going to misuse your gifts, manipulate others, or try to possess and control people. That's not who you are. Even if you were doing that this lifetime, you're no longer doing that. That's not who you are anymore. Like, you've healed that part of you, so you don't need to. That's not who you are. Okay? So, keep affirming yourself. And like I said, if you connected with, maybe you were doing that in a past life as well, this is the time now where you get another chance at this. You get another chance to be a leader, to do it the right way, to have divine intention, to add value to others, to help humanity, to help the world, not just for your own selfish, self-serving benefit that you may have had in past lives. That's not the situation anymore. So don't let fear and those thoughts come into your mind and keep you stagnant and keep you just trapped where you don't move forward, because it's time to move forward on something. It's going to be different for everyone, but it's time to give yourself more credit and start moving that ball forward to align with your future self in these other timelines where you are triumphant and you are victorious. All right, let's get some more messages. So we have, all right, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Now this is for, I'm going to get to this, but this is, I feel like it's for some of you, but for some of you is, I feel like this is what you're moving out of. You had your time of, replenishment, resting, but we're going to get to this. I'll put this down for now. Okay. Your guidance is divinely guided. Okay. Have you answered your deepest calling? And then empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Okay. So this is what I was saying when I was like the deep replenishment. Many of you were in that. Okay. You were in this place of deep healing, deep diving, really clearing that karma, getting in touch with your soul. You've been doing the work. Give yourself more credit. Tell yourself you're proud of yourself for the work you've been doing. Give yourself a hug. Pat yourself on the back. Write yourself a letter. Buy yourself something nice as a gift. Like, hey, you know what? You've been doing this work. This is the gift for you doing all this work. Give yourself the credit for that. Some of you do still need more rest. So you listen to your body and listen to what you need. But some of you, this is what you're moving out of. You're ready to move now to the next step. And so this is why your higher self, your higher self and your future self is saying, hey, have you been answering the deepest calling? What is your deepest calling? Do you know what your deepest calling is? A lot of you, this is leadership. And I am feeling very strongly that these feelings of abuse of power from other lifetimes or ancestral issues with that may be holding you back from stepping into a leadership role as well. You may be feeling like you're scared to step into that because you don't want to get drunk with power. You don't want to become obsessed with power. You don't want to feel like, you may be having this like going back and forth in your mind, like, oh, if I'm a leader, am I going to start getting wrapped up in my own needs and not have the needs of other people and what's best for all in my mind? Always have divine intention. Always have this mindset of I'm doing what's for the highest good because you are divinely guided. When you had issues with that in the past, that's no longer the case. That's why you've been clearing things out. And if it's ancestral, hey, it stops with you. You're changing the narrative. Okay, you're changing the narrative over your lineage, over your ancestors. This is a totally different ball game. So trust that you are divinely guided. Trust that the things that you will be doing are of divine intention and for the highest good of all, not just you and like your family or whoever it is you were serving before. It's for all. Okay, so trust your steps and trust this process and give yourself more credit. Give yourself more love and nurture yourself more. All right, get grounded. So you are very sensitive. You are an empath. It's going to be important for you to go out in nature and get grounded. Roses are important. Maybe you need to give roses to your ancestors, or roses are some type of alchemy for you. Okay, you're able to manifest with roses. Roses and plants are very important to you. But hugging a tree, getting outside, sitting in the grass, do things to get grounded because you are very sensitive. Your energy is very sensitive. Your core is very sensitive. So you pick up a lot of other people's energy. When you go outside in nature and get grounded, you really clear a lot of that and you get grounded to who you are. And you're able to tap into your divine guidance and your divine, the information, and you're able to channel that from the divine. You're able to get more in touch with that. But have you answered your deepest calling? What is it that you deep down really want to do? And for many of you, again, this involves leadership. And it's leadership on different levels and different situations. But for many of you, this is leadership. And you have that warrior energy. You have that warrior spirit. So this is something that your future self is saying, again, this is what you're going to be doing. Now, whatever you're going to be leading is going to be different for all of you. But you're already doing it. You're already doing it in another timeline. It's just about owning that you are a leader. Owning that you are a leader. Look, chosen one. You're a chosen one. Owning that you are a leader. You are a chosen one. You are an empath. You are sensitive. And this is what makes you extraordinary. This is what makes you unique. This is what makes you fantastic. And you are meant to be leading people. This is a part of your destiny. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you will be the kind of leader that the collective needs, humanity needs, okay? And you will do that by using your divine guidance and not abusing power, okay? All right, so let's get some more messages. What does your future self want you to know? Okay. Pile 3. Oh, wow. Okay, all these fell out. All right, so we have free will. Heals the family. This is, again, going back to that chosen one, but we'll get to that. Many careers. Shaman. Spiritual test. Faith. 7 children. Okay, don't get caught up on the number. I'll go over that. Okay. Let's see. Lover, not fighter. All right, I'm going to get a couple more because the last 2 piles had a lot that came out. Oh, wow. These cards are flipping. Okay. I'm going to take this too because this is pointing out to me. Good karma. Divine timing. Global citizen. Lover, not fighter. Indigo. Time for a break. Pause. Rebel, status quo. Okay, and one fell on the floor. Let me get it. Okay. Very gifted, unique. So this is what we were just talking about. Okay, so this is, all right, this is a lot now. Okay, so pile 3. You know, again, you have that warrior spirit here. You are a rebel. You push the status quo. This is what you're meant to do. And this is, again, that you have to trust that journey. This is that warrior spirit. This is who you are. You're uniquely gifted. You have a lot of gifts that a lot of people just don't have. And a lot of people won't understand, but this is who you are. This is the path. You have good karma coming toward you. Your future self is reassuring you of that. Okay? Your future self is saying, hey, you have good karma coming in. You know, you're going to have many careers. You're going to be successful. You are a leader. Right now, you are dealing with spiritual tests and your faith. Testing your faith. Testing who you are. Testing the things, you know, the knowledge that you've been gaining. The information that's being revealed to you. You're going through a lot of these tests. This is to test your faith. This is to test your ability of, like, are you really abundant? Do you still believe in scarcity? Are you still holding on to these beliefs? Like, what do you really believe in? Okay? So all of these things, you're being tested on those things. You are meant to heal your family. You are a chosen one. Right now, you are healing your ancestral line. You're doing things that have never been done before because you are uniquely gifted. So this is going to require patience. It's going to require practice and going through these tests, but it's also going to require you being kind and loving to yourself. You can't continue to just do one thing and move to the next. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate what you are accomplishing, what you're doing, because you're healing your family. You are a shaman, medicine man, medicine woman. You have those abilities within you. You have the abilities to heal people. You are a healer. So tap into that shamanic wisdom that you are holding within yourself. Again, when I was talking about the traveling, many of you, it's a strong Sagittarius energy here. You need to travel to find yourself even more. You may be the type of person that goes off the globe, off the grid. And when I saw this time for a break, for me, that's saying travel. Now, for some of you, you know, you may just need to take time off from work or whatever. But for me, when I saw that, I saw travel. Like, you need to travel. You need to go to different places. Don't be afraid to travel alone. Your future self is telling me to tell you, do not be afraid to go it alone. Because if you get the urge to go somewhere and no one is able to go with you for whatever reason, your future self is saying because you're meant to go alone. And when you go alone, your future self your higher self, your team will bring people on your journey for you to meet, for you to have a good time with. So don't feel like you're just going to be out there alone in a foreign place that you've never been and you are divinely guided. Okay, so it will be a great time, but it will just be about you trusting the journey and trusting where you're being led. And you will learn so much. Many of you need to travel to different parts of the world because, again, it's going to help you find yourself on a deeper level. Okay, so when you travel to these different places, this is how you unravel your soul on a deeper level. Many of you are indigo children. You were brought to this earth to change the vibration of the planet, to change the energy, to change the collective, to bring in more love, to bring in more of that light, to anchor in that light. And this is why you were gifted to do this, and you are a leader. So trust your gifts, trust your abilities, trust your intuition, and trust that you are divinely guided. So your future self is saying that you're going to have children. For some of you, I'm hearing you will adopt. Okay, but for some of you, you will have children and adopt. But your future self is saying that, if you want children, you do have children in your future, these future timelines. You have children and you have a family. And this is a part of your good karma. And for some of you, you will be working with children. Okay, that's a part of what you're here to do too. So we also have free will. So your future self is saying, remember, free will is at play. You do have free will. Now, if you follow your steps and know that you're divinely guided and trust in that guidance, that will lead you to the best timeline that you desire. But if you get off track and you do free will, do some free will moments, then that pulls you to another direction, another timeline. So your future self is just reminding you of that. Like reminding you that you do have free will, and free will does change the course of the path. You are a lover, not a fighter. Okay, so even if you have that warrior spirit, that's great. But remember, you are a lover still. So fight with love, not with fear and violence and hate. Fight with love. Okay, always remember love. And then divine timing. So I feel like this came out for every pile. Divine timing is at play here. Okay, so trust that as well, and just know that things are happening, they're unfolding as they should in divine timing. Okay, so let's get your oracles out. All right, so we have come together, number 8. Magic string 18. And that reduces to number 9. And then deep freeze 26, which reduces to the number 8. So that's 2 8s here. 88. Surrender to wonder and awe. Surrender worry. Surrender to effortlessness. Effortlessness. I always see that word, effortlessness. Okay. Do something new, something different. You'll find what you seek. Love doesn't have to mean near. Okay, so pile 3, your future self is again saying, this deep freeze of healing where nothing much has been going on. It's like the winter, how nothing really, it's barren. It's, nothing's happening in the winter. But then when spring comes, this is when everything just grows. Okay, again, for many of you, I'm feeling like your higher self and your future self is saying, hey, you have to go through this deep freeze. You may still be in it for some of you. You have to go through this because this is going to help you to surrender to the wonder and the awe. The wonder and the awe of the universe, magical things, how magical the universe is. And it's going to, again, prepare you for the next level, prepare you for all of this abundance, because you have a lot of abundance. When I see this, like this waterfall and the magic and all of that, and like the rainbow, this is telling me beautiful things are coming. So surrender the worry. You don't need to be worried about it. Don't worry about when is this going to happen. Everything is going to unfold in divine timing. You just need to follow your inner guidance and follow your divinely guided steps that you're getting the messages about. Okay, and start being in a flow. When this is surrender to effortlessness, this is saying flow. Be effortless. Don't push too hard. Don't try too hard. Don't force. Okay? Things are going to happen as it should. It's going to unfold the way it's supposed to unfold. And it's going to be beautiful. For some of you, your future self is saying you will have a beautiful romantic partnership that's going to come together. But you cannot force this. This has to flow like everything else. And it's going to come together in divine timing, but it's a flow. It cannot be forced. Do something different. When I saw this is again that travel. Travel is going to be big for you really unlocking who you are. And I feel for many of you, you need to travel, at least do one trip alone. Just go somewhere alone and just trust the journey. Trust it. Even if it is just for like a day, maybe if you're nervous about it, just say, hey, I'm going to just do a day road trip somewhere 2-3 hours away and just go for it. You know, just follow it. If you get the inspiration, the divine inspiration to do it. Do something new, do something different. You are different. So you have to do things that are going to shake it up. Okay, shake it up. This is how you're an explorer. You're a global citizen. This is how you learn. This is how you grow. This is how you expand. This is a part of your path. So trust that and surrender the worry. You'll find what you seek. Again, that explorer, you know, that Sagittarius energy, that's like that exploration, expansion, and higher learning and philosophy. This is how you find more of yourself. When you go outside and you get grounded, when you travel, when you read and you learn, and this is how you unlock more of who you are, and you will find whatever it is you seek. You know, this is saying love doesn't have to mean near. So this is saying if you're hoping for a love connection, it doesn't mean that it's going to be right around the corner. But love is always wherever you go. Love is you, and you will always attract love. But it's time for you to continue your journey and surrender to all the beautiful things that are here in the universe that are ready to be unlocked and ready for you to get in touch with. And it helps you to find more of yourself and love yourself on a deeper level and give yourself much more credit, which you deserve to do, Pile 3. So I really hope this helps. I really hope that, you know, these messages really help to give you clarity for your journey moving forward. If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like the video, comment below. Let me know how this resonated for you. Please subscribe, join the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next reading.